Good evening, I'm Victoria Sheehan. John Huddleston has the night off. We begin tonight looking forward to what many in West Alabama are getting ready to enjoy, Memorial Day weekend. But if you're planning to hit the road or maybe stick around town, what can you expect weather-wise? For a first check of Alabama's home team forecast, here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Richard?
Hey, Tori, good Friday evening to you. Certainly mild tonight. We've got 75 degrees in Tuscaloosa, but we aren't dry, no rain to deal with. Across deep south, some of the hot spots, Memphis, Tennessee at 82, as well as Dothan, Montgomery 78, and Meridian at 73. The southeast were quiet, no cloud cover to deal with, and no rain out there. So here's that weekend forecast. You got plans outdoors are looking good, but it's going to be hot Saturday, Sunday, and on Memorial Day for Monday, middle 90s are likely. Overnight lows in the upper 60s to around 70. A few showers do become possible on Monday, but what about the rest of that forecast and some tropical trouble? Home team weather is coming up.
Memorial weekend means time to get out the boats and have some fun out on Lake Tuscaloosa. But Marine Police want to make sure everyone enjoys their time off responsibly. In our top story tonight, WVUA's Travis Leader tells us some of the basics boaters need to know before going out on the lake.
What I'll be doing this weekend is I'll be patrolling the lake looking for careless and reckless operating boaters.
Ingram says this is one of the busiest weekends he has every single year. And here's what he's looking out for.
I'll be looking for boaters operating under the influence of alcohol and or drugs. I'll be checking for the safety and welfare of other boaters, making sure that everybody is operating on the right side of the lake, not being a hazard or a danger to anybody else in the area.
One of Ingram's duties is to check for the necessary equipment each boat needs to have.
They need to have a life jacket on board that's wearable for every person on board. Also on board, they need to have a fire extinguisher that's in good working order. They need to have a kill switch, and they need to have it attached to them while they're operating the boat.
During one of his safety checks, Ingram spotted one group of teenagers without enough life jackets for everyone. But here comes their coach to the rescue.
Hey, Coach! What's up, Coach?
We're good, Coach.
Just drive away.
We didn't have a life jacket. We fell one short. Yeah, they're right there. Where? Open it up. Yes.
And Hardin makes sure the kids have their life vests in hand and also makes sure he complies with all the laws of the lake.
You know, keeping your life vest on, using your life vest, you know, absolutely no drinking on the lake. You know, that's dangerous and against the law.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa County, Travis Leader, WVUA News.
Ingram says life jackets always need to be on anyone under the age of 8. He says most arrests occur on the lake when people are under the influence operating a boat, as well as those who are recklessly operating their boat. Well, boaters across Lake Tuscaloosa are getting out and enjoying the unofficial start to summer even now. Many were out inner tubing and wave running today. And while Memorial Day weekend gives Tuscaloosa residents a chance to vacation, some are staying in town and even inviting guests from out of state to enjoy what West Alabama has to offer.
We've got family in from out of state and we're showing them the lake and got our friends out. We'll go back and grill out this afternoon.
Graham also says the lake is an even better spot to vacation when college football season comes around. And with the kids now out of school, Memorial Day weekend marks the unofficial start for summer for many families. As the big travel weekend approaches, it's easy to overlook everyday safety. If you are going to be on the road, the Red Cross warns you to watch out for other drivers. They say to always keep a safe distance behind other cars. And it may seem simple, but Wesley Glass of the West Alabama Red Cross also warns Alabama travelers to give their full attention to the road.
With the new law passing, watching out your cell phone usage, even just talking on the phone can distract you and cause you to get into an accident. Other things that people may not think about, you want to make sure you're cleaning your lights and your windshields, because if you don't clean those off, it impairs your visibility to be able to see out of them and see out in front of you.
The Red Cross also reminds you to check the weather of your destination before you leave for your trip. And if you're about to hit the road, be warned, law enforcement officials are cracking down on those who don't buckle up. Alabama and Mississippi authorities have joined forces for a Hands Across the Border program Click It or Ticket campaign. State law enforcement agencies, local police, and sheriff's offices from both states are partnering to enforce the seatbelt laws of both states. Officials say seatbelts save thousands of lives each year, but troopers say they are also on the lookout for other violations.
And we will enforce all traffic laws. We'll focus on driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol. We'll focus on seatbelt and child restraint safety, people that are driving reckless, people that are driving and putting the lives of others at risk.
Authorities say while this year's Click It or Ticket runs through June 3rd, drivers should know officers will be enforcing seatbelt laws year-round. In your home team crime watch tonight, one man is dead after being stabbed at the Bibb County Correctional Facility. According to the Alabama Department of Corrections, inmate Jeremy James died yesterday as a victim of an apparent homicide. James was serving a 20-year sentence for robbery out of Montgomery County. Authorities say James suffered stab wounds during an altercation with another inmate. He was pronounced dead at approximately 6:12 p.m. at Bibb Medical Center. Meanwhile, another inmate, Nathan Thomas, is in custody as a suspect. Thomas is serving a 21-year sentence out of Montgomery for assault and manslaughter. The case is under investigation through the department's Investigation and Intelligence Division. The Department of Forensic Sciences will perform an autopsy to determine the actual cause of death. Bibb Correctional Facility is a medium security prison housing approximately 1,900 inmates. Keep it right here on WVUA for the latest as this case develops. And WVUA is covering Sumter County, where a former high school football coach is being remembered after he died in a car crash. Authorities say Stacy Waters and his 10-year-old son were killed in Central Florida. Waters was the former football coach at Sumter County High School. The Florida Highway Patrol says Waters was involved in a crash with a box truck Thursday morning, and Florida authorities say Waters' other son suffered critical injuries in the collision. Officials say the family had just returned from a cruise. Today, school workers at Carroll High School in Ozark, where Waters was working, put up black ribbons in his memory. WVUA spoke with a fellow teacher who said he was an old friend.
He was never a boring guy. He was always excited all the time. I mean, when he came to work, he was always fired up and ready to go to work. At practice, he was always fired up at practice, always. I mean, every time you saw him, he always had this smile on his face, and he didn't let anything get to him. And he always tell us, every time he always tell us, you know, live life. Don't let nothing get to you. Live life and work hard.
And Waters will surely be missed. Meanwhile, friends and family welcomed a World War II veteran and his wife back into their home after it was destroyed on April 27th. George Carpenter was inside the hallway when the storm hit. His home and everything around it was destroyed. Carpenter sustained injuries but was okay. Now, almost 1 year later, they are cutting the ribbon to their new home. Carpenter's wife, Edna, says they could not rebuild without the help of their family and the community.
It's wonderful. We just happy to be back. We are happy. And we had so many people to come by and help us during the time of the storm.
We all helped. We all got in here with them and tried to be assistance to them and tried to help them get everything together.
While the Carpenters are back in their home, they say 6 people on their street are still waiting to rebuild. And 5 days from start to finish. That's how long Tuscaloosa firefighters and Habitat for Humanity took to build a Tuscaloosa family a new home. It was all part of Habitat for Humanity's Blitz Build. Organizers say they surpassed their goal by finishing the house today, a day ahead of schedule. The home is for Patrice Johnson and her family, whose home was lost in the April 27th tornado. Crew members told us the past week has been memorable for everyone involved.
We've had a blast. We've become brothers and sisters and just really enjoyed working with them. I kind of want to be an honorary fireman, and we want them to work for Habitat. I didn't realize how close really our professions are. They're both service-oriented. They're first responders, and we're kind of second responders.
Well, this house may be complete. The work on 30th Avenue in Alberta City isn't over yet. Habitat for Humanity and the Tuscaloosa Fire Department will start another building blitz on the house right next door.